It's great to have that segment back. We're now joined by Silas Dzansi. He joins us on 365 Sports, offensive lineman out of Virginia Tech, as we continue to go through some of the draft eligible prospects for the draft that starts, in fact, in 2 days. Silas, thanks for your time. Where are you now? What is your day like as you lead up to the draft this week?
Right now, I am currently in Blacksburg, back in Virginia Tech. Just leading up to the day, I'm just keeping my normal routine, wake up early, get a good workout in the weight room. My strength coach draws up a good program for me. And then, get some sauna work in, a couple minutes in the sauna, stretch, do a little bit of running, some O-line drills, and then just go home.
You've played multiple positions, offensive tackle, you've played the guard, you've been on one side or the other. How much have the pro scouts, if at all, told you that flexibility can only help you?
Oh yeah, pretty much everyone has told me that's a great selling point to use. That's one of the reasons a lot of teams like it so much is because of the position flex that I have. Especially having good film on that. 2021, I started 4 different positions during that season, so it's definitely a great attribute to be able to showcase.
So when I was reading about you before the show today, first one in the building, works his tail off, the last one out every day, and that's for one of your former teammates on you. Where did you start just getting obsessed with the work and enjoying the work and building to this point?
Shoot, that's a great question. Probably when I realized I started, getting pretty good at football. I started pretty late, so once I started being able to see myself, really turn to the point that I am now. That's when I fell in love with it. Especially the process of doing it, getting in early, being the first guy here, doing my own thing, and then being the last one to leave. Just watching the film with myself and correcting things I need to correct. I'd probably say that started around 2019, and I just try to keep the same routine.
It has been, 6 years since you graduated from high school? Is that right? You redshirted, and then 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Of course, there was COVID. There was the COVID year. It's been a while since you were in high school. What has been your experience of just college football at Virginia Tech?
There's nothing like college football. There's nothing like college football, man. But it's been a great experience. Just being with the guys, being with countless dudes, like Wyatt Teller and Josh Neidman, and going all the way to Luke Tenuta and Christian Darrisaw, Lasita Smith, Brock Kaufman. Just being around guys like that who've kind of shown me what it is to be, an offensive lineman in this league and in college football, and then just getting used to the speed of it all, versus high school and strength. High school, I was the strongest guy around, and then next thing you know, I get to college, and all of a sudden I'm the weakest, and I had to build up that strength again to a college level, and I'm going to have to do the same thing when I get to the next level. So it's been an experience. It's been a great experience. I think the biggest difference was definitely the speed and the strength of it all.
Silas, I know that it has been a bit of an up and down 6 years on the field for Virginia Tech, and coaching changes and all that stuff that you guys had to go through, which is never easy for anybody. But as a fan base, as a university, can you describe what it's like to play there in Blacksburg? Because they love it, man.
And Blacksburg is a very unique place, man. There's no place like it. I mean, there's a small town where, if you're not watching Blacksburg High School, you're watching Virginia Tech. And it's I don't know how to explain it, to be honest with you. It's a lot of love. I can say that. I can walk down the street and be going to Kroger or something, walking into a shop, and they're like, "Oh, good luck on this Saturday." Like, people I don't even know, but they recognize me. It's love around Blacksburg, and the intensity of game day when it comes around is unlike any other. And then once Sandman comes on, everyone goes crazy. So, yeah, it's a great place to be.
You just answered my question. I had to ask you. You explained there. What's it like when Enter Sandman starts to play? I mean, that just seems like that's the coolest thing for everybody to watch. It's the coolest thing I would imagine to be a part of as a player. I don't know. I need you to kind of try to explain it to me, man. I just can't imagine how much your heart must be pumping when that starts to hit and everybody starts getting into it.
Enter Sandman is the greatest tradition in college football. I mean, it's the greatest entrance you could ever possibly hope to be a part of, whether you're running out there telling yourself or you're in the crowds jumping. It's chills. That's the only way I can put it, like chills down your spine and throughout your entire body. But once that beat drops, it's over from there. And once you hear the crowd, once that crowd starts roaring and everyone gets jumping, it's unbelievable, man.
Silas, I saw a note that the Cowboys, the Colts, and the Chargers, I don't know if you've visited them or you've spoken. I'm sure you've spoken to all 32 teams or how many, but who has invited you to visit them, or where have you been along the way between the end of your year, the Indianapolis Combine, and now this week?
Yeah, so the teams that I went to go visit were, like you said, the Cowboys, the Colts, and the Chargers. And I had a great time there at each facility, meeting all the coaches. Everyone was great. I told one of them pick me up, and you can go from there. Yeah, I had a great time with those, and quizzed me a little bit. I think I did pretty well, and yeah.
Silas, you have over a 7-foot wingspan. Is there ever been a time in your entire life, from childhood to now, where you've reached for something and it wasn't easily attainable for you, that you had to like take a step and get it or get on a ladder?
Not that I can remember, to be honest.
All right, I got to go back to a dinner during COVID. This was like right when COVID really kind of, in the early spring of 2020, the Rose family, Carolyn and Bruce Rose, invited 6 Virginia Tech football players. Listen to what these 6 young men consumed: 4 racks of ribs, 4 pounds of steak, 6 burgers, 9 hot dogs, and that does not include the sides. Is that correct?
That sounds a little low, to be honest. I feel like it's probably more.
Oh, my Lord. They said it was a great time. They enjoyed it. Well, you know, that's pretty cool. Do you remember kind of that moment and what that kind of meant during a time when everybody was uncertain of what was going on?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the Roses were, honestly, they're probably the nicest people I've ever met in my life. I mean, they didn't speak from a can of paint, but, you know, they knew from my boy TJ was there, and then they knew him, and he vouched for me. So, I mean, they let me come along and let me tag along, and you know, I got along great with them. I still call them every once in a while. They're like my auntie and my uncle, so they're great people. They took care of, like you said, 6 offensive linemen during the pandemic, and they treated us just like family. And it was a great time. I love being down there.
You know, I think what I'll make sure I send you the copy of this segment. You could send it to them that we brought them up in the hospitality of what they brought with it. You initially committed to Delaware State. How did the Virginia Tech part come on your radar?
So, yeah, I was committed to Delaware State, and at the time, my SAT score wasn't high enough, and they didn't want to wait for me to retake it, so they just retracted the offer.
Okay.
And then going from there, I got an offer from Virginia Union up in Richmond, and then I got Virginia Tech late and committed on the spot to Virginia Tech.
So Virginia, Fort Union or whatever you went, that's the military academy that allows you to kind of get yourself where you need to be academically to wherever you want to go?
Yes, sir. So I went there. I took the out of the 2 class, and that's what I needed for tech. It was a requirement. So, yeah, I went there to the class. And then got another season of football under my belt, and yeah, just went from there.
Where is the origin of your last name? It's Dzansi, pronounced Dzansi. Where's the origin of that?
So my dad is from, excuse me, my dad is from Ghana, West Africa.
Silas Dzansi is with us, Virginia Tech offensive lineman here on 365 Sports. The draft starts in 2 days. What right now are your expectations?
Shoot, man, I'm hoping I'm probably going to be a day 3 guy, so hoping from anywhere from, maybe even fourth round, maybe from fourth round to sixth. That's what I keep hearing, the sweet spot right in between, so that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm hoping for.
So how do you handle the first 2 days of the draft? You just go about your regular business, do whatever you do, and then maybe settle in even more intensely on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm definitely just going to keep my regular routine, wake up, go work out, do my own thing. Definitely keep an eye on it, keep an ear on it. Keep getting notifications on my phone, just checking it, see who's going to get picked where. And then once it leads up to Saturday, I'll have family come in and have a little draft watch party. And, hopefully I get picked and go celebrate.
Silas, we appreciate your time, young man. Looking forward to you. Hopefully Cowboys or the Colts, as you mentioned, some of the teams that have hit you up, Chargers. Good luck. We'll be watching you. You kind of become a friend of the show with your visit, and good luck as this weekend continues, and we'll be staying in touch.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much. Silas Dzansi, D-Z-A-N-S-I, Ghana. His father's from Ghana, and with us on 365 Sports. And yet again, Lauren Birchfield.